right, welcome to Revved Up Reflections for this week. I was going to talk about used bikes, but I didn't really know how to go here. So, used bikes, if you can keep them together, as far as a whole, it's neater to keep an older bike together, older used bike, or any bike really, than parting it out. But the truth is, sometimes it's more cost effective to part the thing out. You got something that guy comes in. I just had a guy bring a bike in here. He didn't bring it in. He called me up and wanted me to diagnose it over the phone. I was like, man, I'm not diagnosing something over the phone. And he lived local, so I went to his house and didn't have any spark. So I went through, checked everything out on it, and it was an older bike. Checked everything out on it, and the ignition CDI boxes were shot. CDI was shot. Pickup coils down on the left side cover there, working great, sending out signal like they can. But bike wasn't in that great of a shape. What wasn't horrible. He had been riding it a lot, and it was rideable until the ignition crapped out on him. So to replace the ignition on it was starting off about $500 or $600 or more. And I told him that, and I'm looking at the bike, and you hate to tell somebody, your bike's a piece of crap, and you got a $500 bike, and it looks like it's a $500 bike, and you're going to dump $600 into it, and you're still going to have, at that point, you're going to have an $1,100 piece of crap. You'd be better off taking it apart and putting everything on eBay or Marketplace or whatever and getting rid of it like that and going and getting something a little bit newer and a little bit better looking than that. Something more reliable as well. Bikes hit a certain age, and if you're not mechanically inclined, or you don't know somebody that's going to work on it regularly for a decent price, you probably get something else. I hate to say that, but if you don't know how to set points and adjust valves, and you're riding an older bike, you're probably going to need to learn how to do that. And sometimes parts availability isn't there. You can run into problems. You got some little obsolete part that nobody has anymore. If anybody does have a new old stock one that's 3, 4, 5, 10 times the price it was when it was new, or when it was still available, which I'd do that. If I got obsolete parts that nobody else has, you need to get what you can get for them, because they ain't making them anymore. From a purely motorcyclist perspective, I'd rather see a bike taken care of and ridden than parted out. But sometimes it's just more cost effective to part stuff out and get rid of. Luckily I sold that bike this morning, and the guy came to get it, and he gave me really close to what I wanted for it, even though I'd already sold the gas tank off of it. Sold the gas tank for more than we paid for the bike. Which was cool. And then the guy picked the bike up this morning. We made 5 times what I paid for the bike without doing any work to it. He wanted it for parts. So between the gas tank and what I sold the bike for, we made over 5 times what we paid for the bike, or what I paid for the bike. So, and he just wanted it for parts. It had been sitting here with left cylinder head off of it for a while, and he wasn't interested in the engine anyway. He's just interested in the wheels and fenders and brakes, side covers, that kind of, the drive shaft and swing arm, shaft drive. Interested in that stuff. I don't care what he was interested in. Whatever floats your boat, man. But like I said, I hate to see a bike get broken up and sold off like that. But sometimes it is just more cost effective to do it that way than throwing money at it. Once a bike hits a certain age and certain way cosmetically, it's really hard to bring back without dumping a ton of money into it. But really, that's about all I got this week. It's all I could think of. Glad we got some more room in the shop now. Got rid of one, got to get rid of one, two, three, got to get rid of 3 or 4 more. We'll be good to go. That won't help this winter. That'll happen. Well, one of them will be gone because that's a customer's bike. That'll be gone within the next week or two. And the rest of them, be waiting for springtime to get sold unless somebody has to have one for Christmas or whatever. Christmas present. But anyway, that's all I got for this week. It's the only thing I could think of since the guy came to get this bike this morning. Just tried to get rid of it. Don't be afraid to break one apart and sell it on Marketplace, eBay, or wherever you get rid of it. Swap meet, whatever. Anyway, you guys take care. Have a great week. Thanks for watching. Everybody take care.